think you have any idea how fast I really am.
Well, it's not always about who's fast, but about how good you can deliver. The gaming world is vast, and over the past few days, I've been going through full procedures for a full game development. Zorex Software might not be releasing Truck Simulator Highway anytime soon, and we are looking at some of the reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with me for 3 minutes, and I will change your view on all this. Ow! And don't forget to subscribe if that happens. Ladies and gentlemen, to understand it all, let's travel back in time. The game's development started at around August 2023. I mean, that's the moment the developers announced it officially. The game's development then was good and all was well. New update almost every week, and that alone kept the fire burning. Well, Zorex Software, like any other developer, took some few short breaks, and finally, at around late 2024, if I remember well, the developers started preparing for a beta test, and they were going public with it. The beta test finally was released, and yeah, it didn't quite go as expected. Optimization issues hit hard, especially for low-end devices, and later the final verdict was that the beta version was designed for high-end devices. Well, that being the case, Zorex had to take a step back and look for a way around it, and that would mean scraping all the codes and looking for that one solution, or maybe starting it afresh. If you don't know it yet, solving bugs or problems in a game is like looking for Easter eggs. It gets harder every second. You touch one code and it all comes crushing on you. But that can't stop an ambitious person, so after Zorex returned, they shared new amazing gameplays with improved physics and maybe handling this time round. Here's the thing, you've obviously noticed how realistic the physics were well integrated, might even be better than your daily favorite. Well, to achieve this kind of truck physics, including suspension and COG, you need to have a wide knowledge of vehicle system, and that's not all you see. They are not just trying to make another truck game, they are trying to make something unique, something that will stay in the stores without degrading, something that can match up big titles, and that meant everything had to be in perfection. The physics system remains the core battlefield. Therefore, every suspension bounce, cabin sway, torque curve, brake physics, and gear shift must feel authentic, or the whole experience collapses into an arcade mess. Remember, you still have to optimize all that without killing the graphics and performance. That's where you spend days rewriting codes, rebuilding low-poly models, fixing AI traffics that keep crashing, and patching map bugs that only show up when a player takes the wrong turn. At the end, you realize that the real challenge isn't coding, but keeping the whole ecosystem stable, so the simulation feels alive, smooth, and believable without melting the player's device. So anytime you see a game project take longer than expected, just know that's perfectionism going on. Take, for example, Off the Road 2. It's finally in pre-registration after almost 2 years in development. It's been a while since Zorex Software shared their development progress, except that they were facing Play Store problems earlier this year trying to prepare for beta. But you never know, we might finally hear from them soon. Fingers crossed, this is going to be among the best games ever created on mobile. If that changed your view, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. See you in my next.